Welcome back, guys, to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me again today is our special guest, Jeffrey.
Hello, I'm back for another game with this time around, I am playing the AOT, and Mike here is playing Danmachi, a very popular deck in our format right now.
So what are you playing specifically here? What are we looking at?
So if for anyone who watched AOT, these two cards here are based off a very infamous episode. Here we have the level 1 Falco, whose Climax combo with a Goldbar says, on attack, when the Falco attacks, he can give someone else, another Eldian, on reverse, salvage a character. And on attack, not related to his combo, he can also assign 1500 power to an Eldian trait character. And we have the lower 3 Sasha here, who combos with the Gate here. She is coming to play salvage a character, specifically Eldian or Corpse, so you can play her in the old builds that are heavily focused on Corpse. And for her combo is pay 2, discard 2, send her to memory at the end of her card attack, or her attack, to summon a character from your waiting room and replace her in her previous slot. So those who are familiar with playing Slime or Tokyo Revengers might recognize this combo.
Yeah, so a big difference between the Sasha combo and the other ones is that the Sasha actually cannot summon another copy of herself. While for the Tokyo Revenger and Slime ones, they actually want to summon, as many of the same copy as much as possible. Overall, I think the amount of damage you get out is roughly the same, but the Sasha in particular, you are incentivized to basically play 3 Sasha and change into 3 different things, compared to the Slime or the Takemichi, which is basically you just play one lane and then they just that lane attacks 5 times basically. But overall, very similar concepts.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier to pull off since Sasha is able to just grab another copy of herself.
Yes, I think that's the big difference here. Compared to all the other re-standard profiles before, most of them just healed. Like the Rimuru heals, Takemichi heal, for counting Masho as well, Masho also just heals. But the Sasha being able to grab another card when she's played really helps you fulfill the discard 2 condition extremely easily. So, honestly, a really, really flexible finisher, and we'll see how that performs this game. On my end, I'm going to be playing a fairly typical Danmachi build. Danmachi has been fairly popular recently with the advent of all the different, wall-based decks in the format right now. In this particular build, we are playing a heavy count of the level 3 eyes, and then we are also running 4 of the Drop Surge bottom deck bomb to counter Hololive, and then the last addition is a fairly popular addition right now, and that would be, well, if I can find it, the level 1 Chigusa bottom decker, which allows us to give one of our characters the on reverse bottom deck, so it can get rid of pesky hand on course like the cards that you would see in, for example, Quince. So, not too particularly useful in this matchup, but we'll see how this matchup fares head to head. While Danmachi is generally known for being really good against wall-based decks, since now Jeffrey here isn't necessarily playing a wall-based deck, I'll have to just focus a bit more on just having my good compression and just getting my good refreshes off. And I think one of the cool parts about the Falco combo, kind of like how the Crone combo from Hololive, they assign their reverse targets on attack. So even if I, clear 2 of my lanes with my level 0 belt and only leave him 1 lane, he can still get multiple searches off of that single lane. So it's a bit more difficult for me to deny his reverses, since he can just stack everything on one guy.
Well, we'll see what happens, because Mike can always take it a little easy. Just have 2 characters on board with the bell.
Yeah.
So he just gives me no reverses, but he'll be taking a lot of damage.
Potentially just going straight to 2, maybe. Yeah. Ready.
Alright.
Rock, paper, scissors. I'll be going first. Okay.
Whoa! That is a start.
I'll go ahead and discard 4.
I will also discard 4.
I see.
Including 2 climaxes.
Okay. Well, that tells us a good amount of information. The fact that he's discarding a Goldbar means he probably has another Goldbar. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, draw for turn. And then we'll go ahead and clock the level 3 eyes to draw 2.
That's a pretty good start, because Ai does need to be in level for her For the power, for the experience, for the hexproof.
Alright. Let's start off with the level 0 and a drop search bomb. In terms of stage position, I can't really recall off the top of my head if it matters at all, so I think being in the middle is just perfectly fine. So we'll go ahead and direct, and that's for 2.
1 and a 2. 2 is good.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and draw for turn. And we'll go ahead and clock the level 3 Sasha combo. So draw 1. Draw 2. Well, usually bombs are a big issue for other decks, but luckily, AOT got a new clean cut. This Gabi here, where it says during your turn, if you have another Eldian, this card gets +1 level and +1,000 power. So since she is, well, not at the moment level 1, but she will be once I play this Levi from the new set. Thankfully, this Levi from the new set is also Eldian, meaning this Gabi gets the +1 level and a +1 power, or 1k power, meaning that she can front safely into this bottom deck bomb without her getting bottom deck in the process.
Yep.
So I will go ahead and declare attack. Direct with the Levi first.
Yeah.
Directing for 2.
1, cancel.
And then I will go ahead and attack with Gabi, front. Fronting for 1.
One's good.
And then since you are reversed, I will go ahead and move the Levi to the back row.
And then I cannot resolve effects since that is a level 1. Alrighty. So draw. And you know, in this matchup, this card isn't super important. We'll go ahead and clock another eyes.
Double the experience.
Exactly. Okay. So that Gabi is what, 2k?
Only 2k. 2K. The power only during my turn, I believe.
Cool, sounds good. Alright, we'll start with level 0 Hestia. On play, I can look at up the top 3 cards of my deck.
During your turn.
And add up to 1 event. And I'll go ahead and add the Firebolt and discard a card. Discarding the level 3 Hestia. Okay, after that, I want to pay out that level 1 Bell, and that also allows us to hand fix. So let's play another Aina, pay 1 discard 1 search. And in terms of the discard, I will go discard this Pants, and then I'll search my deck for a level 0 Bell, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. Allows us to Troy Lane. The Aina Bomb will be able to deal with the Gabi, and then I'll be left with the Hestia and the Bell level 0. Even if I push him to level 1, I will be able to deny all the reverses that he can possibly get. So this looks like a pretty good line to me.
Alright, we'll go ahead and cut. Here you go.
Okay, and we'll play that Bell on the side lane. Going to attack, front here for 1.
1/6.
Okay, and activate Aina's effect.
Yep, here you go.
Decker.
See the bottom.
Direct with Bell for 2.
1, 2, sticks.
And direct for 3.
1, 2, 3. And I will go ahead and level. I will go ahead and, since I do need both colors eventually, and since I have green coming in, I will go ahead and level up this Kaya.
So that deck is basically just what, green and red, right?
Yeah, with a certain blue card.
Ah, okay.
Hopefully I get to show it off later in this game. So I will go ahead and draw for turn.
Yep.
These are definitely cards.
Cards, okay. Confirmed you are playing a card game.
Alright. Well, we'll start off with clocking Aaron.
Yeah.
Right here.
Anti-level bomb, not much of use in our matchup.
Not in this matchup. Unless he plays the eyes, then I could use the Aaron. So there's that at least. Well, unfortunately, my turn won't be too great because the spell is going to put in a lot of work. So I think I am just going to take it easy.
Sounds good.
But let's see. But we will get to show off this new card, Historia. So her first effect, we get to look at the top card of our deck and either keep it on top or put it to waiting room. So we will go ahead and put it to waiting room. And she has the second ability to discard any card to top check. And then we are able to salvage any card that is currently level 0 or lower.
Character.
Or character, yes, character. Oh, if only I can grab this Climax that I discard. If only. So I will go ahead and grab a level 0. There was a consideration to grab the Gabi clean cut again, but considering that he's just going to bounce his cards.
Not much value there.
Yeah. So I will just go ahead and grab this Falco, which is one of the new brainstorms in this set.
Okay.
So what's so special about this Falco is he specifically synergizes with both of our climaxes. So pay 1, tap himself, and he only lets you plus if you hit specifically the Goldbar or gate, the fatal wound, or entering the enemy airship. But in exchange of being very specific of the climaxes, you are able to assign 1000 power for each climax that you hit to a character until the end of the turn. So
yeah, so that'll really help with the power lines, especially given that your level 1 is an on reverse combo, right?
Yeah, so in here, since the bells are pretty small, it's not going to be too much of use, like the power.
Yeah, but it is still a top self brainstorm, so
yeah,
something that you want sooner rather than later, right?
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and add that to hand real quick, and then we will go ahead and use the Levi Ricky, use his effect to search. Let's go ahead and search for a Falco. So eventually he's not going to just have the setup.
No, eventually you will be able to get a reverse, but it just won't be this particular turn.
Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and get Falco. Here you go. Just get ourselves ready for next turn. And let's go ahead and just put in this Falco. Just get him on the board. And I will go ahead and beginning of climax phase, I can assign 500 power to an LDS, so I'll give it to this Levi just to make sure. Right. And I will go ahead to my attack set.
Alright. I do like 2 cards, so I'll pay the cost of the bell, pay 1, collect myself, and bounce spell back to hand, and I can choose another one of my characters and balance that back to hand as well. Alright, here we go.
Well, I do appreciate being able to do more damage, so I will go ahead and declare direct for 2.
Hopefully we don't take too much damage. Oh, that's our third eyes. Okay.
Alright, go ahead and direct here for 2.
1, 2, level. Given that we do want... Well, we don't really need yellow, but at the same time, yellow is not necessarily a... Or the eyes is not necessarily a card I want to see later on anyways, so...
It's like, yeah, it's like getting rid of a dead card, basically.
Yeah.
Directing? For 3. Oh, here's the blue card.
1, 2, 3. Oh. The card was stuck in there. 3. He's good.
Right, so just before we continue our turn, so Reiner is the blue card that I was alluding to. So this deck plays 0 blues, except for this Reiner. But what's cool about this card is we can summon it with the Sasha, and then we can use his on-attack ability, pay 1, discard a card, to mill the top 5 cards of our deck to burn X for X is the amount of climaxes sent to waiting room. So in normal circumstances, we wouldn't be able to play it from our hand, but since we can summon it from the Sasha, we can summon it from waiting room and get some extra damage, extra reach with this Rainer.
Yeah, so the Sasha endgame is really just to build that. As long as you have the resources, you can do almost anything you want. Very nice. Okay, draw for turn. My hand is pretty set up, so I will not clock. However, I do want to take the opportunity to just draw a card. So we'll play the Hestia first, and then we'll use Firebolt, allowing us to summon to salvage a character equal to or lower than the number whose level is equal to or lower than the number of bell low zeros I have. So the Firebolt can always grab the bell. So I'll grab bell, and then when I play an event once per turn, the Hestia Brainstorm allows me to draw 1, discard 1. Okay. And I think since we can't deny his Falco anymore, we'll let Bell go. I think he's done his
you
job.
could if you intentionally crash your
Yeah.
card into something.
Efficiently is what we'll say. We can't efficiently do so. Okay.
I'm just curious. Does that bell work in the back row?
Which one? Oh yeah, the level 0? It
Yeah,
does.
the level
yeah,
0.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot to assign actually with Hestia? I forgot to assign the freeze effect to the Levi back row, which I meant to do. But I forgot to do. So that was definitely on me. We will proceed regardless after I retrieve this card from the ground that I dropped. Play the 1/0 Wealth and then activate Pyonkichi. We'll play a bell and then play Pyonkichi.
Okay.
Pyonkichi allows us to salvage any character from Wait Room and then give one of my characters 4k. I'll just give it to the 1/0 bell. They're all bigger anyways, so it shouldn't be much issue here. Okay, I think I'm pretty comfortable with this position. So we'll play the 1k1 with the bell combo, and then I'm gonna activate this bell to search my deck for the Hestia knife. I'm gonna quickly confirm where my other Hestia knives are. Okay, so the second bell will search another copy from the deck, and then the last one will be from the Wait Room.
Alright, sounds good.
And then on attack, the bells will get 1500 power per copy of Firebolt in my Wait Room, but
my cards are just a little small.
just a little too small. But just for the sake of getting the accurate power, I do have 2 Firebolts in here. All right, let's go ahead and front for salvage.
Ooh.
And well, I don't have another gate in here, so I'll salvage the Hestia Climax.
Alright, and I will go
And that's
ahead
for 3.
and flip some cards, and
Yeah,
I will go ahead and level.
flipping some cards.
Since this Aaron is not going to be useful in this
Yeah.
particular game, I will go ahead and put him to level.
Okay.
And he is reversed.
Next, front with the middle bell, and that's for 2.
1, 2.
Okay, and finally, front with the last bell for 3.
That's going to be a lot of damage.
Oh man, are you just you're just taking that damage?
Well, usually Danmachi is the one experiencing the damage, but
Unfortunately, you are the one now. All right, let's see how you can come back from this.
all right,
Your
draw
go.
for turn. Let's see. Let's first count how many climaxes we're out. Maybe we can hit a brainstorm. 2, 3. I would like to clock, but I did take a lot of damage. So I'm not gonna clock, but
Okay.
I will go ahead and play one of the new events we got in AOT, the Eldian Armband from the trial deck. So we can put the top 2 to our waiting room, and then we can choose a level X or lower character, Eldian, and add it back to our hand. So since we milled a level 1 and a 3, we can grab anything. So we will, before we proceed, let us look at our deck real quick. So we have 9 cards in deck. This is and we have 4 stock. I think I could be grabbing cards like Gabi on the run, which lets us generate more stock when she reverses something with a Climax on board. Or we can grab another copy of our level 1 combo, Falco, but I think instead I will go ahead and grab this Historia.
Just to get rid of more climaxes, probably.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just think she's cute. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fair enough. Cute girl.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and scry. And then we'll mill it. And then, unfortunately, you are correct. Discard a Climax.
Yeah.
But
you can get the best of both.
Yeah,
both
we
worlds.
can get the best of both worlds. So let us go ahead and grab a Falco. Add that to hand. And then now that we are, I believe, 8 cards, I believe it's appropriate that we brainstorm. Or before we do that, let's put up a Falco so we can assign it power if we do hit one. Brainstorm. And we hit 2.
That's search 2.
Yeah, search. Search 2.
This does mean it's a bit awkward, right? If you want to do the Falco Climax combo.
Now that I don't have a waiting room.
I'm going to tap.
Okay.
So I guess maybe now that you have a bunch of hand, you don't need the hand advantage anymore. So you can just put everything, for example, maybe on the. But get some stock charges off, maybe.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't think too far ahead. And, I didn't prepare for this. And just to not forget, let me assign the power over here.
Sure.
So I believe it's for every climax.
Every climax.
Yeah. So I'll assign 2,000 here.
Okay.
I think it is still within our best interest to play a Falco. Let's see, 15. I mean, this is also really funny where we can assign power to the Historia.
Yeah, that does work.
So we'll go with that. Beginning of Climax step, I'll assign 500 here.
With the Falco brainstorm effect.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and play the Climax and turn the enemy battleship.
Sure.
So I will go ahead, because I only have 2 cards in deck, I need to give the effect to salvage to itself. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a waiting room anymore.
Right.
So I will go ahead and give the effect to itself, but I will assign 1,500 to the Historia. So I will go ahead and trigger. Swing for 2.
Okay. So just for the sake of getting this Hestia Climax out of the way, I'm going to use the Hestia Knife. Hestia Knife allows us to top check up to the top 4 cards of our deck and add up to 1 character. Well, hopefully we find a character. All right, let's still grab the bell, and then that finishes resolving. And then because I used an event, Hestia allows us once per turn to draw 1, discard 1. To draw, and then I'll discard the Hestia Climax. And then so that's for 2.
For 2, correct.
1, 2. 2's good.
Alright, and then on reverse, I will go ahead and start grabbing the Sasha.
Sure.
And then, if we're good to proceed, I will go ahead and front, and I'll give the power to Historia.
This Historia is out to fight, out for blood.
And I will go ahead and trigger for no soul trigger, so fronting for 2.
Okay, cancel.
And then refresh.
So you're going back how many?
6, missing 2 bars.
2 bars still, huh? Okay. Yeah, definitely a lot of climaxes in your hand, probably, was what happened.
Yeah, my hand was very rich. With all the treasure.
A lot of treasure.
Yeah.
Accumulated wealth is what we'll call it.
Alright, here you go.
I'll tap.
Refresh.
So the Historia is 3, 5, 4, 5, 5k, right?
Yeah, so 500, 1,500,
2,000, 3, 5,
and then
5.
3k, so 5,000.
Yeah, 5k, yeah.
So
checks out.
Front.
Sounds good.
Fronting? Oh no.
Oh no. 1
for 2.
Cancel.
Unfortunately, there is no waiting room.
Okay.
But this is definitely one of the weaknesses of this deck. Turns out you need a waiting room to use your effects.
So, on my end, since I'm about to draw to refresh, I'm actually considering 3-stocking, because 3-stocking will allow me to save a bell, which I do have another climax to go. But it also does pay out a climax, and at this point, I think I do value that extra climax back in my deck to just give myself more chances to cancel the next deck rotation. So let's go 3-stock this, and we'll let these 2 go. So then once I draw for turn, we'll be refreshing with 6 climaxes, missing 2 of the level 1 bell.
I see your hand is also... it also has a lot of climaxes.
Rich with another shape. But you know, flooding with Danmachi is not necessarily the worst thing. If anything, that means I basically just don't have the clock ever, and I can always just slam more bell climaxes. So that's okay with me.
All right, here you go.
Okay, refresh. Now we want red, because we definitely need the red to play our guys. And then we'll worry about blue last. Now the cool thing about the Hestia knife is I don't actually need color.
Oh, does it not?
It does not need color. I just need to have a Hestia or Bell on my stage to play the card. I need a Bell if I want to use it as a counter, but I can always play without color.
Okay, today I learned.
So we'll top check. For this deck rotation, since I'm refreshing decently, I don't think I have any need to go through my deck tremendously, so I'm okay just stopping at the Tiona, honestly. And then... No, actually... Nah, that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and draw and discard with the Hestia.
Okay.
This card does not do any much in particular, but we'll discard though.
You can deny my reverses. I do have another Climax ready.
Alright, next, let's use another Hestia knife, just to get them in the waiting room so we can salvage them back. Oh, Bell. Pretty good card. So we'll grab the Bell, and then we'll use Firebolt for our last Bell in the waiting room. And there's our 3 Bells.
I could have sworn I seen this board like 5-10 minutes ago.
Well, maybe you'll be seeing that in the 5 to 10 minutes from now too.
Assuming I can survive this.
Alright, 1k1. And I will salvage 3. I do think there's one in my deck actually. But we'll salvage 3. I don't exactly remember what these were. And I don't really want to risk finding it out for -1. So.
Do it for the content.
Okay, front, I have 2 Firebolts, so she gets another 3k on attack, putting him up to 8-5. Trigger for 2.
1, 2. 2 is good. Let us go ahead and put this counter here.
Ooh, spicy. Okay, front here for 2.
1, 2.
Are you okay?
No. Thank you for asking, but no.
2.
I am
okay.
definitely
Jeffrey
not okay.
is definitely hungry. Very hungry. Even though we just had food, Jeffrey is just starving right now. Alright, your go.
Yeah, I'm always hungry for damage. Draw. Quite frankly, I don't know what to do here.
Honestly, I think we can just admit that there's not much to do, honestly. You play to your outs in a situation as bad as this, which sometimes might just mean if you don't triple cancel next turn, you weren't going to win anyway. So I think that's probably pretty decent line. Just play normally, and if you don't triple cancel, it is what it is.
Well, I think the best play is to not clock. But I will go ahead and try to heal down with this Gabi.
Sure.
So this Gabi is cool because she actually has a special synergy with the low injury Sasha. So when she's played from hand or with the effect of Sasha, you are able to heal 1. And then she also has an ability, without a Climax combo, to on attack, pay 2, discard 1, to mill the bottom 4 cards of our opponent's deck and burn X for X is the amount of Climax's mill. And she also gets 1k power. So similar to the Reiner, she gives us extra reach, more damage with the Sasha combo. And we get the added benefit of being able to heal an extra, or heal 1, but at the cost of paying 1 extra stock to potentially do more damage.
Compared to the Reiner, yeah.
Yes. Okay. But I will go ahead and play the Sasha, and then we will go ahead and salvage. We will go ahead and salvage a healer, another Gabi, and we will try to heal down as much as possible.
Seems like a plan.
And then let us try to recover some resources with our treasure, with our Goldbar.
Yep.
I think I'd rather keep the Sasha in the back row because
she does have her Climax combo.
Yeah, and the bells with enough power can actually kill the level 3s. So since I can just summon the Gabis with the Sasha, we can just let them get reversed by the bells.
Yeah.
Without too much issue. I will go ahead and play the bar. I'll go ahead and front with the Falco. Or before that, start of Climax phase, 500 here.
Sure.
And then fronting, I'll give all the effects here, 1500 power and on reverse. Fronting for... Oh no!
More hand.
Well, I mean, the Sasha combo does need hand. That is correct. I will go ahead and grab a Climax swap. So with my luck so far, I'm going to trigger more Climaxes. Hopefully it's a bar. so I can grab the gate later.
Okay, sounds good. So that's for 2?
For 2.
Cancel.
I will go ahead and declare front. Fronting for 3.
1, 2, 3. 3's good.
Alright. We're sticking damage. And then I will go ahead and declare front. Fronting for 4.
Okay, and here I will use the Hestia knife. Basically just because I want to just be able to draw one, discard one with the Hestia every turn. So I can just draw into my Climaxes without having to clock for them. Oh, I'll go ahead and add the bell. That's a very good card here. And draw this card with the Hestia. Ooh, not bad either. Alright, let's get rid of Tiona. And then that's for 4?
Correct.
Wow. Cancel.
Nope.
I need better sleeves. Okay.
Well, I will go ahead and use the on reverse effect with Falco's ability. I'll go ahead and grab a Sasha. Hopefully we get to survive. Hopefully.
Hopefully Sasha survives the fatal wound.
Oh no! Don't remind me.
All right, draw for turn. So here I don't really have a great way to loop my bells again, but I think next turn I'll probably be at level 3 if we're still playing the game, so I need to start preparing for that. In terms of whether or not we need to clock, I am out 3 Climaxes here. With a pretty decent deck. Okay. I think I will refrain from clocking still and start with a Hestia Brainstorm. See where that leads us. 1, 2, 3, 4. It whiffs, but there's 2 Hestias in here. Okay. Let's play the level 0 Hestia to maybe dig for some Climaxes that can let us salvage, or dig for events that let us salvage our waiting room. 1. No, 3, huh? I did trigger 3 events here, I remember. So if we look at our deck, there's probably only Firebolts left. But a Firebolt is better than none. That's also not an event. That's also not an event, so that whiffs. But now I will remember to activate her effect, and I'll freeze the Sasha.
I was low-key hoping you forget. But
I forgot the first time, so I remember the second time now. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, good news though. I can't answer both of the Gabis, so there is that. Do I want to draw this card? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I think I do want to draw this card for the turn since I didn't have an event used yet. So let's go with Hestia Knife. And add the Aina. And then I'll draw this card off of the Hestia. And discard this Climax I drew.
Oh, we're not playing level 1 combo again?
No, I ran out of steam in terms of being able to loop the bells here, so now we're just going to early play by having our 4 or more condition, and then on play heal. And I think this is fine. Alright. Turns of power lines. The Gabis...
they're both 11k.
11k, right?
Yeah, so as long as I have 2 other Eldians, Gabi gets 2000 power. So currently, she is bigger than your Bell because Bell only becomes 9k, correct?
Yeah, so... Unfortunately for me, I actually can't contest any of those since I don't have my bells back. Alrighty, well, it is what it is. Do I value the Chikusa more or the Wealth more? The Chikusa gives one of my characters 1k and bottom deck as part of her tap self ability, while the Wealth, whenever I draw a Pyonkichi, I can just use it for free. And he also has a play 1/1 himself, which is not too shabby either. I don't really think the bottom deck is super necessary or relevant here. So let's just go ahead and use the Chikusa as a front row attacker, and we'll keep the Wealth in the back row. Okay, with all being said, let's start attacking. We'll front with the bell, grabbing the Hestian knife to put underneath him as a marker. So he becomes 9k now. And this is for 3.
Alright, for 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Jeffrey!
I can cancel? Yo!
Okay, well, front
backable.
here. Naturally, I am smaller here. And this is for 1.
1 is good.
And then front here also for 1.
Oh, I got 2 cancels.
Alrighty.
Alright, stand and draw. Well, I don't think I'm able to survive another turn, so I think I'm going to consider this my final turn and go ahead and clock for turn. So clock, draw 2. The fact that the Sasha is unable to move is which is very unfortunate.
Well, good thing we have another Sasha.
Well, cause how many climaxes are you out?
I'm out 5.
Cause
yeah, I'm out 5.
I was about to play the lower degree Sasha, but at the same time, this Gabi, like because of her ability to mill your deck, I can get rid of the climaxes.
True.
So, but the issue is because she needs to on attack pay 2, and I only have 3 stock.
Yeah, because if you want to activate Gabi's effect to get rid of my Climax, you need to activate it on the first attack. But that means that you can't play the Sasha anymore because you only have 3 stock, so that is quite a dilemma.
So with my current board, I can just do double Gabi and hope that is good enough. Because if I do Sasha, so Sasha, I can do 1 extra attack with Sasha and do a Gabi, which isn't too different from resolving 2 Gabis. So I think I will actually not use the Sasha combo. But I do want another level 3 on board to hopefully have enough soul damage to get lethal. So let's see, let's do some math. So 3 swings, let's see. Yeah, so we can do this. So we'll go ahead and play Falco here, which come and play pay 2. And then we can come and play discard a card to heal the stock.
That still gives you enough stock to activate the Gabi on attack.
Yep. So we'll just move the Gabi over here. And unfortunately, again, the Sasha's in the back, but
hey, we can still get a lot of instances of damage from the 2 Gabis, so.
So I will go ahead and... Oh, actually, yeah, I think let's get the knife out of the way. Well, I'll declare front here.
Sure.
So I'll go ahead and pay 2. Discard 1. I'll go ahead and discard the Sasha.
Alright, so mill bottom 4. So these are the 3, and I have to put these back in my deck, refresh, take refresh point, and then finish milling the last card. And then we'll see how much that'll burn for. So currently the burn's for 1. And then we have 1 more card to mill. So I'm going back with 6. Missing 1 of each. There you go.
Let's not forget to do our refresh damage first.
Yep. Refresh, middle bottom. So burn 1. Okay.
And then I will go ahead and declare front for Goldbar.
Oh, you mean just trigger because you declared front before, right?
Oh yeah, I mean trigger. Correct. So I will add this to hand, and I will go ahead to blind stock.
Alright, so it's 3, 1, 2, 3. Cancel.
Okay.
And reversed.
I'll go ahead and declare direct for 4.
Yeah.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cancel.
Okay. And I think I will go ahead and pay cost. Pay 2.
Okay.
Discard 1.
Alright, middle bottom 4. There is nothing here.
Oh, okay. Front directing for 4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4's good. 1, 2, 3. Level. And let's get our last blue card in here.
And that ends my turn.
Okay. Bell is reversed, sent to waiting room, stand, and draw. Okay. We still have 2 Hestias in our deck, so let's go ahead and see if we can find those. Starting with a clock for this Climax. To draw 2, we can just heal that off later. Alright, there's 1. Yeah, we can just go ahead and grab the second one, right? 4 stock, 3 stock, 2 stock, 1 stock. How's our hand size doing? We play that, and we have 3 Hestia, discard, discard. And then just play it. Let me just double check the hand size works out. In a drop search, discard to grab a Hestia. The Hestia's played to discard to heal the stock. The Hestia's played, discard, heal the stock. And then we just hard play the last Hestia with 4 stock, 3 stock, goes to 3 stock, 3 stock goes to 2 stock, 2 stock goes to his none stock, because I'm not going to heal the last one. And then we'll play the Climax. Right, everything checks out. Alright, drop search. Search for a level 3 Hestia. There you go. Start off with the first one. On play, discard a card, heal the stock. The second Hestia, on play, discard a card, heal the stock. And for our last one, we're just gonna card play her. So in my haste, I think I actually should have used the Hestia knife just to grab another card, just so we can mill through our deck. So we are pretty uncompressed now since we drew a bunch of Climaxes. But, well, hopefully Jeffrey's dead right now.
Well, I don't have much of a comeback to this. Well, I mean, well, that is wise. There is always a possibility.
Okay, so my plan here is just to stack all the Council Burns on the one Hestia here. So let's do that. Front, and give the +1 soul and the Cancel Burn to the one on the left. This is fronting for 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, well. We didn't get too far.
Did not survive too long.
And yeah, no, the
no
Goldbar was the last Climax of my deck.
The last Climax.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. So, how many Climaxes did you open? 3?
I started out with 3, and then there were a few turns where I was just drawing into more Climaxes.
It definitely seemed that way, based on you discarding 2 and then needing to grab back Historia to further dish more Climaxes.
Yeah, so I'm just a little saddened that I'm not able to fully show off the potential of Sasha combo, but hopefully the Gabi was good enough to give you a little teaser about how explosive this combo can be.
Can be, yeah. I do think that the Sasha, just on paper, seems to be extremely strong, just because of not needing to reverse to get multiple attacks off, being able to bring out more attackers that can independently deal even more damage. It just kind of is, again, a bummer that things just didn't go your way, but hey, no, that's just how Weiss is.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is one of the weaknesses of the Falco deck, where maybe compared to a Climax combo that allows us to mill through more of our deck, the Falco is strictly just an on-reverse salvage. So while he does offer more selectivity, the one thing that we do lack is deck speed. So, for that deck, Jeffrey is running a couple of the Armbat events to help us fix our hand and also mill through a bit of our deck. But at the end of the day, when he was Climax flooded, there was a little that he could do. Yeah. Any more thoughts about that list? Anything that you might want to change? What are your thoughts? Because I know you've been testing this for a bit while now. Was there anything else of note that you want to bring up?
Right now, I'm just still in the testing phase. Right now, it feels fine so far. Well, unfortunately, I took a lot of damage early game, and I did do a few misplays here and there, especially with the Search Brainstorm. I forgot to account that it is Search, and because I don't have enough deck, I didn't have a waiting room after refreshing.
Right.
So I feel like once I polish up my gameplay, then I will have a better idea of what cards I should be adding and be replacing. So just a lot of deck play testing before I can make a final decision. But right now, what I have so far feels very solid.
Yeah, sounds good. And as always, deck list will be in the description below. I feel like for a set such as like an English original set that already has 2 previous expansions, the possibilities are endless. So hopefully, if anything, this video gave you guys more ideas about how to build your own Attack on Titan deck, maybe especially focusing on the Falco and or the Sasha climaxes. But until next time, we definitely do have more AOT content coming up, so stick around and we'll see you guys next time. This has been Mike and Jeffrey on the Tressa's Collectibles channel.